So before we really dive into the lesson, we need to discover what is the family communication patterns theory. It's really one of the most popular theories in family communication, and family communication patterns theory is also sometimes referred to as FCP. It was created by Mary Ann Fitzpatrick and Ascon Cornier. We need to know about relational schemas. What a relational schema is really knowledge about the self, knowledge about others, and knowledge about relationships in general. In addition, it's knowledge about how to interact in relationships. I find this particular point very interesting, how to interact with one another when you're in a relationship. And that word relationship is very broad, very vague, so you can look at marital relationships, friendships, teacher-student, parent-child, things like that. So I'm very interested in that aspect of it. And then once you have that knowledge, it provides an image of relationships based on your own experiences. And it also helps guide your behavior within that relationship. So you're taking the experiences and the past perceptions that you have and building them into the behavior within these relationships that you hold. So before we really dive into the While reading this section of the textbook, you may have noticed a word that comes up called schema, and that word is used a lot in this section, and so I thought it would be important to identify what is a schema. It's an organized set of memories you use whenever you interact with other people. Really, since people have different experiences and remember each experience differently, their schemas will be somewhat different. So you and I may have the same experience but have different memories of it, so we have different schemas. A family schema includes what you know about relationships in general, what you know about family relationships as a type, and what you know about your relationship with your own family. So an example of this would be, I'll take my sister and I. She's 18 months older than I am, so we're very close in age. We're very close growing up. And when my sister and I interact, we're first going to rely on the knowledge that we have of our relationship as sisters. And then, if that's not quite working, I might fall back into general knowledge about how family members should interact with one another, so how sisters should react and behave. And if that's still not working, if need be, kind of as a last resort, I would fall back on knowledge about general relationships. How do I talk to just other people, friends, other family members, my children, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, things like that. So this ties into our first guiding question. What I want everyone to do is take a moment to read the question here and then post in our discussion board your thoughts and opinions on guiding question number 1. The question is, since family schemas serve as a template for how individuals make sense of their lives and are learned from early childhood interactions, please provide an example of a family schema from your own life. Or if you're not comfortable with that or have a better idea, maybe one from a TV show or movie. So again, I'm just looking for other examples. I gave you an example of myself and my sister and our relationship, and I was hoping that we could broaden this discussion into talking about either your family schemas or maybe one that you noticed from a TV show or movie.